Podcasting is really the second job, man. Hey, I don't really need to cut a promo about anything that hasn't been said before by me or others, but it's the second job, man. I want to. I got Harry Potter. I got many other games queued up, and I'm doing this instead. But this the hustle. No hat. Beard is uneven. You look dusty, but we here. I don't even know what number this is. I stopped, counting a long time ago. But regardless, welcome. New partner Banks. Uh, Ninja Star shirt, I guess, is the best way you could say it. Ninja Banks, partner Ninja. I can keep on going on and on. But we here. Thank you all for being here. Like, subscribe, all that. Can't wait to get in the studio. I will say that. I'll keep saying that over and over. The StreamYard thing, I can keep saying it. It's overrated. I'm ready to get in the studio and make this look professional, make it look good. Shouts out to new subscribers that's here. I'm always like, yo, subscribers going up, so that's cool. So I keep doing this to be consistent and for the new subscribers. So it's the second job. Started my third new job in the past month because why not? See myself as a mercenary in this life thing, and I go for the best job. What pays the best? What is the best? That's how you should always look at it. Like with jobs, I feel like everybody should do that. Whenever you have a job, just if you commit to a job longer than a year, you're better than me. Because I think often, like, how many jobs have I actually committed to? Let me actually do
I think to myself, how many jobs have I actually committed to that were more than like 5 months? Like I'm trying to think of a job I was with for like a while. I'll probably say this one particular company. Shouts out to my guy from Philly, my young bull. I think that's the job I've worked with him that lasted the longest. He just left the company. I don't need to put the business out there. This is for free on a Patreon. And for the most part, it got professional. Unprofessional towards the end, but in the beginning, it was great. Kind of like marriage and love. Great in the beginning and was on the end, but say la vie. But with that job, I think that's the longest job I've had. Otherwise, I don't think I've had too many jobs where it lasted more than a couple of months. It's like, all right, let me go to something totally different. Now, the job that I have right now, I will say I like it other than the early mornings, but starting to get my body adapt to getting up early in the mornings. You actually can get stuff done. That whole 5 a.m. theory is actually accurate. You get a lot done when you start early in the morning. Still able to make my workouts, commit to that. Everything I do is for a reason. It's for a long-term play. And I'll talk about that in a minute. It coincides, but I can't recall a job that's been longer than 5 months that I've worked. But going back to what I was saying, hey man, there's a lot of games out. Talked about it before, and we're just getting started. A week from today, Spider-Man 2 comes out. So yeah, all right, I gotta buy a PS5 just for that. Why? Just because. I think that's the only like expendable income I really spend besides on others, not to boast or brag, because everybody needs help. Me this year, I need more help than ever before, to be blatantly honest. In the past month, I'm just starting to get right. And even now, it's just like, but America. I didn't vote for him. So y'all voted for him. Yeah. I don't need to talk about that. I don't want to get flagged. But I will say that, besides having money 3 years ago, not doing shit. It's just, with me and expendable income, it goes to video game. That's probably it. Like YouTube TV, I got my own version of YouTube TV. So I don't spend money on that because I don't watch a lot of TV other than sports. So it's like, all right, I don't need to spend a lot of money for YouTube TV other than the recording factor. But for the most part, with sporting events, if I miss it, I just miss it. NBA season coming up, NFL is on, MLB playoffs. So it's like, yeah. I'll talk about the WNBA playoffs for the most part. That's all that really matters. I know last week I said that I would talk about the upcoming season. I even talked about the Scott Steiner videos, but I might have to wait till I get back on Patreon for that. Think it's worth it. That's not free. Got to get paid for this, as I always say. But the NBA stuff I can talk about next week, more likely. But yeah, expendable income. So with me and video games, that's my go-to expendable income. Don't have time to play them like right now before I started recording. I finally got a chance to play Harry Potter. Got it like a month ago, and just started playing right now. Played like all of 5 minutes. And I was like, all right, that's it. You know, um, Jedi Fallen Order. I still got to get that. Resident Evil 4 still got to get that. It's just a list, and that's just Steam. Game Pass, Starfield is on there. Gotham Knights is on there, which I played and it's pretty good. And then when I get emulators, just right there, dude. So it's like it's not enough time. So why would I spend upwards of 400, 450 for a PS5 and then the game is $70? Because you can. You know, I ain't balling. I ain't even got it. I ain't got nothing close to that. I gotta be honest with y'all. But I'm saying when I get it, I'll probably spend it on that. Probably won't be next week. But also, we got payment plans. I'd rather do that, spend less, and if I got to pay a little bit more later on, that's fine because I won't have time to play it. That's why I'm trying to book this vacation. Like, I just need a week to play video games and explore. But we're working towards that. Get to that as well. Other than that, nothing interesting has really been going on other than this new job. That's not interesting. Like, I live a boring life. That's why it's not hard to read me. Dude, I don't. All I do is work, and at night think about women I can't have. It's pretty much my life. Otherwise than that, I'm pretty just. I don't do much, man. And it's sad to say that as a 34 or 35-year-old single man, I should be going out doing this. I don't have time for it. Not to get y'all depressed right now, but that's just what it is. And I don't think I'm the most sought after free agent, especially at this age, because all the women are younger than me. And yeah, I know this isn't 5150 split podcast, but the past couple of weeks I have, or past couple of days I have thinking about relationships, stuff like that. Like every now and then I get in that mode where it's like, yeah, I want to be in one. And then my patience get in. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Just because I don't want any other obligations than the ones I have. Too many people I'm supporting as much as I can, and I don't have time for myself, so it wouldn't work. Maybe if I could stay at home job, it would work, but as of now, no. So today, first topic would be correlating to what I just talked about. The Tuesday Night Wars, I'll be talking about that as well, and then the WNBA playoffs. I might actually start the WNBA playoffs as the first or the second thing, I will say. Just because I gotta apologize to the Aces because I wasn't familiar with your game. You tricked me. Even though it was blatantly right there that they would, probably win this series, but to be two games up to none against the Liberty, yeah, man, and might as well call it Christmas. Back-to-back champs, third team to do that. So, I will have to apologize and I'll break down as to what I said. So I'll get very details about that. Hey, man, I need Tears of the Kingdom. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, I need that. Anybody that got a copy, well, when I get the emulator, I'll be fine. But I feel like that's the holy grail of games right now. Like it's crazy. I was talking to somebody about the Switch. It was like, dude, if I didn't get shouts out to the Roll Jow Life. If y'all listen to this, if you don't want to get a PC, don't get a Steam Deck, get a Roll Jow Life. I know it's $700. I didn't pay for it. Somebody bless me because I bless others. See how that works, karma, ain't it? But get that instead. It runs on Windows 11. It's way more powerful. AMD processor, 1080p, etc. Get the Rogue Ally instead. But so it runs emulation PS3 and all that. But legit, I was talking to somebody about a Switch because it's like Pokemon. I want to play that. Tears of the Kingdom. I think about that damn near every 2 hours. So I really want to play that. Like I was willing to buy a Switch just for that, but now I'm good. I just got to get it installed on this. It's several games. Like the Switch actually has at least 15 games I want to play. Now the PS3 has a various list of games I want to play, but you know, I can go without the PS3 other than SmackDown versus Raw. Wait, I think that's like the main game I want to play besides Metal Gear Solid 4. I could go without those games, but the Switch, yeah, I need those, especially Tears of the Kingdom. I wish I could play that right now. Probably wouldn't be no podcast if I had Tears of the Kingdom, or it'd be a 10-minute podcast. So I'm about to play RoboCop 2. Got that demo installed, so I'll let y'all know. But yeah, definitely need Spider-Man 2. This is why I want to be a boss. This one. Main reason is because I just want time to not do shit. Like my life is dependent upon doing something. Like every single day. Like people don't understand I don't have days off. Like tomorrow until Wednesday, work. Building some of a billionaire's dreams. Earlier today, building my, dreams. I won't have an LLC conversation, but shouts out to my brother that gave me some information. So yeah, we're gonna be up, man. Eventually, and I don't care about this on the free podcast because I don't think about my legacy. I don't think about anything in particular that's going to take me to where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. All right. This year, I've said has been the most challenging year of my life, and I stuck it out, pause. But it showed me in the fact that I'm going in the right direction because it's been this, but then I've been this. Like, no, 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 no. Let's go up. Let's go up. No, no, no. Get back up. Get back up. It's been a lot of that. And I don't want to be a motivational speaker. I don't sit up here and make myself sound like an OG or anything. But to be honest, when you have $0 to your name, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You're asking people for money. You're sleeping on couches. You're traveling across the country to make things work, thinking it's going to work. It doesn't work. You start questioning God, start questioning everything. And then when you get to this point where I'm at right now, where you still, being where you don't want to be at, asking people favors for things that you need to like get to work, like a ride, because you don't have a car yet. It could be bothersome, man. I was told by a good friend that, I'm prideful, but in a good way. And I will say, yeah, extremely prideful. Like I don't like asking people for anything unless I absolutely have to. Because to be blatantly honest, as somebody that has, since he was a jit, I've worked since I was 12 years old. I had my first official job at 17 where I met my brother that's about to help me out at Universal Studios, who has went up drastically in life, but he's giving me the information and blessing me to be able to help my life. And if anybody's interested, I'll let you know. So I'll go up from here. Money isn't everything, but not having it is. And I just want money for simple stuff. I don't use it to flaunt. I don't need a Benz or anything. I just want simple stuff. Give me a car, my third apartment by myself, which actually, I got to keep. It's a whole different conversation. That'd be behind the paywall, but I'll have stuff that I want, and more so time, man. Like I just want the time. It's billionaires that can't afford a second of time. That's all I really want. I just want time to just do whatever. Like I'm talking about all these video games, like yo, legit. If it was like during the pandemic, God bless the people that lost their life, but the pandemic 2021, two best years of my life. Actually, three-peat. 2019 was great. 2020 and 2021. Three of my favorite years ever. 2015 was another year. 2016, I vaguely remember, but definitely 2015, 2019, 2020, 2021 are my four favorite years ever. And more to come. And so now, passport is in rotation to get that going on. So in the next couple months, I plan on traveling. January to be precise, just because I got a crazy season coming up ahead. But I want to run it up just to end this year off, just to capitalize on everything that has happened. So I plan on, traveling in January, and then, for a week taking a break. That's when I'll finally take a vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in years. Going to Tokyo, London, and be sometime next year. Paris sometime next year, but Tokyo I have to go to. I want to go around New Japan, see if that can happen. That'd be fucking life changing. See how much those tickets are. It'd probably be 1,200, but I'll just say that's the goal. And why not set my goals high, man? Again, it says why be a boss, and I should have put a question mark. So that's poor punctuation. But dude, I just have aspirations that's bigger than me. Like if anybody knows me personally, you know where I come from. Uh, you know a little bit of my upbringing. Why not, dude? Like I'm across the country and I'm here for a reason. A lot of my friends, they still at home. The ones that's alive, the ones that have their mentals, they're still here, but they're not here, dude. So why not keep chasing my dreams, dude? Why not keep going forward instead of back? And that's what I always think about. Like you get tired a lot. Like I'm tired damn near every day to a certain degree, and then it's just up and down. Now my body's getting used to it, but you get tired. You like, damn, dog, I just want a day off, but it's time and place for everything. Time and place for everything. It'll be a day where I have my moment under the sun, so to speak, where I just have a chance to just sit down, reflect, play a video game, which is all I really want, and just work out. That's all I really want. I want that every day, just to be able to work out, sit on my ass, play video games, and still accumulate money. That's the reason why I take the chances that I take, because I know eventually it happens. Like I'm not doing this podcast thing for free. I have to keep saying that, but I have to be consistent in order to get it to a point where it could start generating capital. Everything else I want to do is to generate capital and be great at it. Like I have a various of goals, and now I'm in a situation where it's like we're going there. It's gonna just take a minute. Hell of high water, it's gonna take a minute. So I'll just keep working at as much as I can, and it'll play out. I know I'll be successful. It's just gonna take a minute, but that's why I want to be a boss. So that's it. I don't want diamonds and all that. Just simple shit, man. Pay for some coochie as well. Anyhow, that's a bad segue. I feel like I'm being disrespectful to women. I said that, then I go to WNBA playoffs. But yeah, I want to apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game, Aces. I was, but I was being disrespectful. So I said on Twitter when I had one, the Liberty are probably going to win this series because they could box them out on rebounding. They got height, and then there'll be a lot of rotations that the Aces will have to do. They'll have to rotate on defense. And by God, they did that the second game out the gate, and they were up 20 points at the first quarter. The Liberty made a run second quarter, and slowly but surely they tried to get back, but then it stayed 20-point game. Saw that, said, yeah, I don't know what readjustments the Liberty can make otherwise, other than shoot. Shoot, David. You want to shoot? Shoot him, Pops. Just shoot a lot. This next game, game 3, just shoot as many shots as you can and try to outscore the Aces. That's all you really can do. Try to outshoot them, bro. And I got to stop saying shoot because I don't know how YouTube does. But talking about basketball, outscore them. You got to just outscore them. That's all you really can do and hope for the best. But they getting on the boards. They get on the boards. They playing them at their own game, really. And then it's like, AJ, we need you to just get us 25. Okay. Who's the best player in the league? My favorite player in the league. Not just because the eye, but the game. Like David Robinson. She plays just like David Robinson. Defensive player of the year, 2-time defensive player of the year, inside, outside game. That's David Robinson. So with the Aces, yeah, then just run the same play. Just run those plays. Then they start to switch plays again, and how they got on that run, that 10-point run or whatever they did in the second quarter. Yeah, they'll readjust because of coach. You got a coach that coached under Coach Popovich, one of his many, advocates, and under that tree, and they're all great. The Popovich umbrella, they're all great, except for the Bucks former coach, but not the You got a championship. Got a championship. Just didn't do good on rotations, but got a championship. So hey, a win's a win. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. So probably by the time, and more than likely by the time this next episode is done, the Aces will be champions and might have that discussion. But they'll be the third team in history to, repeat. I feel like this would be OG Candace's third title, maybe even fourth. It's third definitely, but I feel like this would be her fourth title with three different teams. My add a Sparks team. No, she wasn't on that Sparks team. Well, I think she won championship. Yeah, so she has three off the top of my head. I'm thinking about it because I don't want to look it up and mess something up. But let's say she got three titles. I mean, she was already a Hall of Famer, but that solidifies her as a Hall of Famer. She already one of the greatest players of all time, but that was solidified. But she's one she might be the first player in basketball history to win a title with three different teams. Well, no, I'm not first player in basketball history winning the championship with three different teams. Yeah, so I'm not gonna even. That's my fault. But I'm thinking about Rival Warriors, a ton of other players. But so that was asinine. So forgive me. Real ones mess up too, and at least I ain't trying to make myself sound smarter than what I think I am. But I digress. No, but I think she's a former WNBA Finals winner. When she was with the Sky, she won it, I think, with the Sparks as well. So 3 titles, maybe 4 with 2 different teams, 2 with the Sparks, maybe. If not, then 1 with the Sparks, 1 with the Sky in 2021, and then now with the Aces. Hell of a career. At 37, 38 years old, she is bad foot. She had that surgery, and I thought they needed her to win. And apparently they said, nope, we got this. So, yeah, even if she retired tomorrow, still one of the greatest players ever. We'll see how that turns out because of that foot injury. So, talk about it next week. Tuesday Night Wars. Last topic. I won't take too long on this just because, it's shouts out to my guys that talk about this with the wrestling podcast. But it was good to see that. That's what I miss, man. I like confrontation. There's no way around it. I like confrontation. Do I ask for confrontation? No, but I welcome it. And that's what the Tuesday Night Wars was. You got the big dog and the little dog. Now, while I think AEW had their worst year thus far being this year, where it's like nothing hit, I still like AEW. I watch them in spurts, but I still like it. But, it's the big dog, man. Pause. It's just OG Roman Reigns right there, bro. And that's what NXT has. And it's nothing you can do. Now, people crack their jaw saying Tony Khan was going crazy on Twitter, which is true, but I don't need to get into that, man. Like, I try not to do the Tony Khan bashing. I'm not up here trying to get a job. I mean, if AEW welcomes a job, I'm still going to have my personal opinion. It'll just be like every other job. I just keep it to myself, and I just vent on podcasts because that's what I've been about. I don't vent about women and goofy shit like that. I use podcasting as a form of therapy, and I use it as work and a business. When you do something and you do it well, you might as well get paid for it. And again, we're going towards that. But you really like something, going back to the boss talk, when you keep doing it and you haven't made $1, maybe a few dollars, but you haven't made enough to pay your bills. But yet you keep doing it. So this is one of my passions, and do it consistently. But Tony Khan's passion is pro wrestling, but is it to be in the business or just be a fan and have the money to create a business? They're projected to be upwards of making $2 billion in the next couple of years because of the deals with Warner and sponsors and etc. So they won't be going out of business, but it's poorly ran. It just, again, I don't want to bash him, but the situations that they make is just like, you got the inmates run an asylum. And that's not a long-term good business acumen. Being I'm not a businessman, but you see it. So it's always a what if with them. And I don't need to get into that conversation. It was just to point out that it's not a war. It never will be a war. It just, in the words of Florida people, they just let their nuts hang. Being NXT. Brought out legends, did segments, and that's it. Did they have to do that? No. They just want to. Made $11 billion. At this point, we just playing for the love of the game. And they keep saying, what if? And that lets you know that money isn't that important, because it's people that have made millions of dollars, hell, billions of dollars doing something that they love, but it's like, keep going, because you got to work in life. With me, if I'm not working, I don't feel well. I'm talking about working out, recording something. I have to do something. So in a sense, everybody is a boss. You just don't own a company, but you're a boss. You working. What else? That's it, man. That's it. These quick episodes are something I just like to do right now until I can get in the studio, and then by then I'll go to the old time structure of 45 minutes to an hour, but something better than that. So as usual, man called Banks on Instagram if you choose to follow me. Like and subscribe. Thank you for all the new subscribers here. Keep running them numbers up. And as usual, I'll be back with something else. Otherwise than that, I need the people. Again, if you're not going to be serious about this.
I just left stupid ass Starbucks, right? And they selling sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. But they do not serve jelly with their biscuits. Bitch, get out the fucking business. Get out the fucking biscuit business, Starbucks, please. Serve your